Ladies and gentlemen, we had some very interesting events transpire today. So firstly, Aaron Rodgers has re-signed in Green Bay on a 4-year deal. It is worth $200 million. He gets $153 million in guaranteed money. Aaron Rodgers is now the highest paid player in NFL history. But more importantly, the Seattle Seahawks have traded Russell Wilson to the Denver Broncos. And what I have to say is, yes! I'm so happy about this. No more Eagles fans begging for Russell Wilson. No longer will I have to see all over my Facebook feed Eagles fans begging, demanding that we trade for Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson this, Russell Wilson that. And listen, Russell Wilson is still a great quarterback. No disrespect to Russell Wilson, but my thing is, you would have to give up a ridiculous amount of draft capital to get him. And the Eagles, we are not a quarterback away from being a contender. The Eagles are not a quarterback away from winning a Super Bowl. We need pass rushers. We need defensive ends. We need linebackers. We need safeties. We have all these holes to fill on this team. And we have 3 first-round picks this year. So imagine giving up all that ammo to get a 33-year-old quarterback and still not be ready to compete for a Super Bowl immediately. That would be a huge failure. That would be a huge failure. You got all these analysts that were saying the Eagles should give up all this ammo for Russell Wilson. I'm looking at you, Colin Cowherd. Oh, the Eagles should give up 4 first-round picks to Darius Slay for Russell Wilson. I still can't believe he said that. That is one of the stupidest ideas I've ever heard in my life. I really think that Colin Cowherd was on crack when he said that. Don't smoke crack, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the 1980s anymore. Crack isn't cool. Drugs aren't cool. But this is such great news because Russell Wilson, it is no longer a possibility for him to come to the Philadelphia Eagles. And you never know with Howie Roseman. You never know. Let us all remember, Howie Roseman was looking at Russell Wilson in the 2012 draft. Howie Roseman wanted to draft Russell Wilson in 2012. It didn't happen. It wasn't in the cards. Things didn't play out that way. But I could have definitely seen Howie Roseman giving up ridiculous draft capital to land Russell Wilson. So I'm very happy about this. And another reason this is good news is that the Washington Commodes won't be in the run to get him. Washington will not have Russell Wilson. And that's huge because I read an article a few days ago about how Washington reportedly offered Seattle multiple first-round picks for Russell Wilson. And the Seahawks turned them down. And thank God that Seattle turned Washington down on that. Because if Russell Wilson went to the Washington Commodes, if Russell Wilson landed in Washington, I'm not going to front, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I would have been concerned. Russell Wilson on the Washington Commodes, that would have scared me. It would have scared me greatly. Russell Wilson is 6-0 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Russell Wilson owns the Philadelphia Eagles. And if he had joined our division, if we had to see him twice a year, if we had to compete with Russell Wilson in the NFC East, that would have been a disaster. That would have been a calamity. Russell Wilson on Washington, I think that would legit be a deep playoff contending team. I think that Washington would have been a legit playoff contender with Russell Wilson. That would have scared the bejeebies out of me. Listen, we've already had troubles with Russell Wilson, so seeing him go to a division rival, that would have made me lose my mind. I would have went crazy if that happened. Also, I want to say this, and now that this has happened, I'm calling it right now. The next time we play those blasted Seahawks, we're going to beat them. We're going to beat those Seahawks next time. You hear me, Alan Petty Pickens? The next time the Philadelphia Eagles play the Seattle Seahawks, it's going to be in 2023 in Seattle. I'm going to be at that game. We will beat them. We will get our first win over the Seahawks since 2008. I'm saying it. I'm declaring it right now. I'm speaking it into the atmosphere from my lips to God's ears. So no Russell Wilson to Philly, although you still have certain Eagles fans in the Deshaun Watson camp. And the thing about Deshaun Watson is we don't even know if he's going to be allowed to play next year. We have no idea how his legal situation is going to play out. And I keep on saying this. Deshaun Watson has indicated that he will not waive his no trade clause to join the Philadelphia Eagles. He will not waive his no trade clause to come to the Philadelphia Eagles. So it's a moot point. It's a moot point to even go after Deshaun Watson. Last thing I wanted to say. So the Seahawks and the Broncos, they play each other every 4 years. They last played in 2018. That game was in Denver. They will be playing again in 2022, this time in Seattle. So you're going to have Russell Wilson returning to Seattle as a Bronco to face the Seahawks. Russell Wilson returning to Seattle with the Broncos, the team that he beat to win his only Super Bowl. He will be returning as a Bronco to face his former team, the Seahawks. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a fun game to watch. They're probably going to give that the Sunday Night Football treatment. In fact, so Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Russell Wilson are now in the same division. You will have Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Russell Wilson all competing in the AFC West. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a very fun division to watch. The AFC West is going to be a bloodbath in 2022. So take care, guys. Stay safe. Go Birds.